Everyone. Welcome and good morning to all our esteemed speakers and delegates who are joining us on the Zoom and also on our live session on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Ravi Gupta. I'm editor-in-chief of a magazine called Digital Learning. Digital Learning is India's first and only magazine focusing on ICT-based innovations in education. We have been publishing this magazine since 2005 for last 15 years, uninterrupted. And we also run a portal on digital learning. It's called digitallearning.eletsonline.com. And in these periods of lockdown and corona going all around the country and also beyond India, this session is we are talking about how we can look at creative careers and how can the higher education ecosystem help enhance these career options and what are the tools available. And we have our panel here. We have a set of speakers, and we have our moderator, Shri Supreet Nagaraju, who is Head Education for Adobe India. So he will be moderating the session. So I am welcoming him, and I am handing over the session to Supreet to take it over. Supreet.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi, and the entire ELETS team. Good morning, all, to the entire academic fraternity of higher education in India. I welcome all the dignitaries on the call, the Reverend Vice Chancellors and registrars of the various universities on the panel today. Let me first, introduce myself. As Ravi mentioned, I lead the education practice for Adobe in India and South Asia. We've been at the forefront of, delivering cutting-edge digital experiences, and needless to say, we are putting our best to support all of you in your endeavor of delivering excellence in education through various digital mediums. I would request all the panelists, starting from Dr. Sandeep Sancheti on my left in my screen, though, if you can introduce yourself quickly for a minute, and then I can do a round robin with the rest of them as well.
Okay. Thank you, Nagaraju-ji. Thank you, Ravi-ji. And good morning, everyone. I'm Professor Sandeep Sancheti. I'm the Vice Chancellor of SRM Institute of Science and Technology at Chennai. I'm also the former President of Association of Indian Universities. Very nice to connect with you this morning during this webinar. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Venkatesh Raiker.
Yeah, I am Professor Venkatesh Raiker. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Sanjay Gudawat University, Kolhapur. Thank you for me calling for this webinar. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Dr. Anand Samuel, please. So you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Anand Samuel. I'm the Vice Chancellor of VIT University. As you all know, now it's been recognized as one of the institution of eminence, and I'm happy to be here and discussing with you. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, please introduce.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ravi. Good morning, Supreet.
Morning.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Vice Chancellor of World University of Design, which is India's first design-focused university. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Dr. Aditya Malik, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Supreet and Ravi and all my colleagues on this panel. Again, I'm delighted to be here. My name is Aditya Malik, and I'm the Vice Chancellor of Kia Mangalam University, which is a private university in Haryana. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Harsh Sadawarti.
Very good morning to Ravi, Mr. Supreet. Thank you so much for providing me such a great opportunity, and really it will be a wonderful session today. And it's a great honor for me to join such a leading academicians of the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Harsh. Dr. Mahendra Sharma, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supreet Nagaraju, Dr. Ravi Gupta, and a very good morning to all the eminent panel members today, including Professor Sandeep Sancheti, sir. It's always an honor to be in his company. I am Dr. Mahendra Sharma, Vice Chancellor of Ganpat University in Gujarat. We are a private university, but among the rapidly growing young universities in the country. Thank you.
Thank you all for a quick round of introduction. Let me jump straight into our agenda for today. Essential education for accelerating creative careers, right? And the fundamental aspect of higher education today is how do you have a new design from a curriculum standpoint that can boost employability for students at large? And how do you relook at approach towards having very clear cut learning outcomes being in place? And needless to say, role of technology is becoming more and more evident. And let me go into the fundamentals of the education that we've been delivering in this country. And I've been a byproduct myself of the higher education system, both from a government-owned institution and also from a private institutions throughout my career. Last 20 years of my experience in corporate India, I have learned consistently day in and day out, unlearn, relearn, and trying to reinvent new ways by which we can deliver excellence in the corporate space. First things first is learning is not a spectator sport. It's a two-way journey, right? And every action and reaction are equal and opposite, right? Given the fact, these are the fundamental cornerstones of education in our country, globally as well. But I think in India, it's been very prominent in different formats. Now that we are shifting gears towards technology being one of the super express highways to achieve excellence in this area, my first topic of discussion would be in terms of role of technology in delivering excellence through creative pedagogy and approaches, and online being one of the prime channel for delivery. Dr. Harsh Sadawarti, you represent a part of the country which is extremely fond of doing new things, and they are not so caught up about new skills and new means of trying things in life in Punjab and in the northern part of that part of Punjab in the north. What are your thoughts? How has it been? How is technology playing a crucial role, or is it a mixed opinion? And what are your thoughts and your action plans, if any?
Thank you, Supreet. So, as you all know, technology has impacted almost every aspect of life today, and education is no exception to it. And we know the COVID times, when in 48 hours we adapted to this technology. And we know our Indian mentality, with when the crises are on, we are fully ready with it. And now, with the post-COVID times have started, almost all institutions, they have developed their own learning management systems and blended with all enterprise resource planning. So being a university, industry-driven university, so we have done a lot, like it's a multidisciplinary university, and we have got more than 80 disciplines, and collaborating with the industry and teaching industry-based curriculum that every university is doing. But with a difference, like we provided all upskilling the students with the certification in each semester. That was very important. And as we all know, technology has profoundly changed education at all. For one, technology has greatly expanded access to education. And as we all know today, massive amounts of information, they're available at one's fingertips through the internet, and opportunities for formal learning are available online worldwide through MOOCs, podcasts, and traditional online degree programs as well. So the access to learning opportunities today is unprecedented in scope, and thanks to technology. So opportunities for communication and collaboration have also been expanded by technology. Now we are all talking about student-centric approach. So today technology enables forms of communication and collaboration undreamt of in the past. Students in a classroom in the rural India, for example, can read scientist blog, video, even talk to live with the scientists via video conference. It's all thanks to technology. Students can share what they're learning. It's a collaborative learning. They can work on common virtual projects. So students can collaborate on group projects using technology-based tools. So the walls of the classroom are no longer a barrier, as the technology enables the way of learning, communicating, and working collaboratively. So now teachers' role has been totally changed. from teacher-centric approach to student-centric approach. Technology has also begun to change the roles of teachers and learners. In the traditional classroom, the teacher is the primary source of information and the learners passively receive it. But the model of the teacher as the sage on the stage has been changed to guide on the side. And however, because of the access to information and educational opportunity that technology has enabled in many classrooms today, we see that shifting of this role. And the universities across the countries are beginning to redesign learning spaces to enable this new model of education, foster more interaction in small group, and use technology as an enabler. So technology, we all know now, it's a very powerful tool that can support and transform education in one way or another, for making it is easier for teachers to create material by enabling in new ways, doing some innovative things to learn and work together to make education system very interesting and exciting. And with this worldwide reach of the internet and ubiquity of smart devices that can connect to it, a new age of anytime, anywhere education is dawning. So now it will up to instructional designer and educational technologies to make the most of the opportunities provided by technology to change education so that it will become effective and efficient education for everyone, everywhere.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Harsh. That's pretty insightful. Let me move on to the next, topic for today. And one of the common problems that I keep hearing from many of the education leaders across the board is curation of talent, readiness to deliver high performance at scale. And given the current situation of technology being the front seat of delivery mechanism and not technology for the heck of technology, how do we look about, or how do we go about curating talent? Point A, on your faculties and upgradation in the delivery mechanisms. Point B, in terms of student at the other end as a recipient, and how do we look at curating talent? If each one of you can spare a couple of minutes on this. And Dr. Harsh Sadawarti, if you can share your thoughts.
So I completely agree with our senior fellows regarding all the teaching, learning and online systems, learning management systems, and focus on critical thinking. This is very important. Problem solving techniques the student should learn, and the entire focus should be on the solution of the students' problems. And the prevailing situation should be considered the new normal, and all the efforts should be made accordingly. And for addressing the concern, 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why. These are very important for any student to think and to create, to innovate new ideas. And 2 H's, how and how much should be considered. And even while the virtual mode, the concept of management and leadership should be considered. Management is doing things right, and leadership is doing the right things by Peter Drucker, leadership by example. So every action should be a tinge of innovation, innovate or evaporate. So the online technology-driven virtual no-contact system is an ideal new tool to make the education delivery to the students. It is more efficient and more productive, developing new improved professional skills and knowledge through online learning and assessment. Of course, training of teachers is very important. Training teachers to treat the adoption of technology as part of the education. It is also to reskill and upskill the teachers as well. You have to develop trainers, and students, they should work and collaborate with students to develop new ideas, create new products, and innovation and inventions type subjects and critical thinking to be started from the first semester as well. And providing hands-on experience to teachers as well as students in the online education and with the new softwares and resources is also very important. And preparing video modules for education and about virtual experimentation such as growing crops, developing machinery, experimentation in labs in different domains, architectural design, etc. It is of will be of great importance with this technology.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Harsh. I like the specific punchline of innovation or evaporate. Thank you for that contribution. Let me give you my bit on specifics from what we at industry think. I not only represent Adobe, but I also represent the FICCI Higher Education Task Force and a few of the ministry task force on the industry side of the fence. Point one, there is a necessity for tilting the entire gamut of learning outcomes from a practicality standpoint. In short, what we expect in the industry side of the fence is how can we bring in the applicability part of it to an extent of 80% at a university level, so that the problem solving part of it is ingrained to an extent of every breath that they take. That's the first aspect of it, because then the fabric of failure and unlearn and relearning from failure to success becomes a lot more easier when they're jumping into the industry aspect of it. Because traditionally what has been observed is that when they fail in an industry, because we push them straight into a zone of discomfort with high degree of difficulties as an area, and failure is not a bad term, and that's something that we've been trying to grapple with in terms of talent and talent molding towards delivering excellence when it comes to learning and delivering new success areas. Second aspect of it is continuous learning aspect of it needs to be clearly ingrained at all levels of our education system, and that is something that's probably missing, because there's a tendency towards studying only for the examination or a grades part of it. That becomes a very, very critical aspect, and probably the evaluation system and the new policies are helping, and most of you are also trying to figure out as to how you can make it a lot more broad-based evaluation patterns over a period of time in their 3 years or 4 years journey that they have in the university system. The last point of it is we all look for specific quotient of creating something new, innovative ideas, at the same time ability to wear the shoes of an entrepreneur when we are hiring, at the same time also looking at talent who can probably jump out, create new opportunities for themselves from an entrepreneurship standpoint. The need for entrepreneurship is more than ever now in a country like India, and at a time when we have a beautiful time zone where you can explode on the number of students you can address, number of potential learners you could address, because the word student is now transforming to learners. The word professor is now transforming to mentors as an area. With that, I'd like to end my few comments. Technology is not there for the heck of technology, but it's a super express highway. Please adopt it. No human can ever be replaced by technology. With that, thank you so much for being such a great sport and sharing your valuable views, opinions, and your best practices to the audience. Ravi, over to you. Thank you for the patience.
Excellent session. Thank you, Supreet, and all the eminent panelists who have given very nice perspectives. So thank you, Professor Sancheti. We're grateful for you joining in. Thank you, Dr. Venkatesh. Thank you so much. Dr. Mahendra Sharma ji, namaskar. Thank you so much. Dr. Anand Samuel, thanks for joining. Professor Sanjay Gupta ji, great to see you after a long time. Thanks for joining. Professor Aditya Malik, thanks for joining. Namaskar. And
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, Harsh, thanks for joining. Dr. Harsh, thank you so much. So with this, we will end this session here, and we will move on to the next session of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wonderful meeting all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye-bye.